मार्केटिंग, ठीक है। तो मार्केटिंग से तो अभी तक यही समझ आता है कि अपने प्रोडक्ट को प्रमोट करना, ठीक है। अब देखते हैं एनसीईआरटी के डोमेन में क्या है। वेयर डू कंपनीज डू देयर बिजनेस? इन द मार्केट और इन द सोसाइटी? It is an undisputed fact that company survival does not depend upon its consumers alone, but a diverse set of stakeholders like government, religious leaders, social activists, NGOs, media, etc. ये सारे जने जो है वो फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग है जो किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को बिकवाने या ना बिकवाने में हेल्प करते हैं. Hence, earning the satisfaction of these segment is also imperative as they add to the power of the brand by word of mouth. ठीक है. रोनाल्डो कल अगर कोई टी शर्ट पहनकर आ जाए तो वो एक ट्रेंड बन जाएगा और ट्रेंड बन जाएगा और फिर सब जो है उस टी शर्ट को पहनना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. कंपनीज उस हिसाब की टी शर्ट्स बनाना स्टार्ट कर देंगी. ठीक है. तो द सोशल कंसर्न एड टू द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द ब्रांड. ठीक है. सोशल कंसर्न एड टू द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द ब्रांड. अगर अमूल ले लो तो हर हफ्ते कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा करता है जो ट्रेंडिंग चल रहा होता है पूरे इंडिया में और उस हिसाब की वो कार्टून बना देता है. तो कॉर्पोरेट्स दैट embrace the deepest social value have been successful in building powerful brand and eventually robust customer relationship. चाहे वो फेसबुक का एड लो, चाहे वो सैमसंग का एड लो, वो कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा करते हैं जो ब्रांड से रिलेट कर पाता है चीजों को. तो द एरिया ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट सोशल जस्टिस फॉल अंडर टू ब्रांड कैटेगरीज. The issues such as the nutrition of children, child care, old age home, amelioration of hunger, offering aid to those affected by natural calamities, etc. Needing instant attention with humanitarian perspective come under the first category. So the issues that contribute to making a society a pleasant place to live in the long run may be grouped under the second category. So the issues which come under this category are health awareness and aid education, environmental protection, women employment and empowerment, preventing unjust discrimination on the basis of caste, community, religion, ethnicity, race, and sex, eradication of poverty through employment, preservation of culture, values, ethics, contribute to the research, etc. तो इंफोसिस टेलीकॉम टेक्नोलॉजीज, इंफोसिस जो है वो सॉफ्टवेयर बिल्डअप करता है. ठीक है. तो इंफोसिस टेक्नोलॉजीज, द लीडिंग सॉफ्टवेयर कंसल्टिंग सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, हैज बीन सर्टिफिकेट ऑफ ISO 14001. ये ISO होता क्या है? ISO मार्क जो होता है वो एक सर्टिफिकेशन मार्क होता है कि कंपनी जो है वो ढंग से एग्जीक्यूट कर रही है चीजों को. तो compliant by Det Norsi Vaitis for the development center in Pune, Chennai, Bangalore, Bhubaneswar, Hyderabad, Mangalore, Mohali, Mysore for its ozone initiative. Through this initiative, Infosys has committed for continual improvement. Procter and Gamble, ठीक है. Procter and Gamble जो है वो consumer goods बनाता है. ठीक है. P&G philosophy is that it should lead the industry in implementing a global environment program. P&G is one of the first company in the world to actively study the influence of consumer product on the environment and introduce the concentrated product, recycle plastic bottle and refill packages to the industry. The overall packaging per case has been reduced by an average 27% and reduction of 37% in air waste and water emission has been achieved consistently since 1990. So P&G contributed to a sustainable development and addresses environmental and social issues connected with its products and services. Adopted by effective executive. तो ये कह रहे हैं कि environmental protection भी एक brand के name को और ज़्यादा strong बनाता है. तो let us consider a typical day in your life. Right from the time we get up in the morning to the time we go to a bed, we use number of products to satisfy our different needs. सही बात है. Beginning with the breakfast, we take such items as bread, butter, milk, and rice to satisfy our hunger. Use all the services of a bus or an auto or a cycle to reach our school or place of work. read books, magazine, and newspaper to keep ourselves informed and acquire knowledge, use computer, cell phone, television, and other gadgets for communication, entertainment, etc. And purchase many other products like gift shops, shoes, clothing, furniture, etc. from the market to satisfy our different needs. Who makes these different products and why? These products are manufactured and marketed by different firms. For example, Lifebuoy soap, Close Up toothpaste, Surf detergent powder are manufactured by Hindustan Unilever. Ariel detergent powder by Procter and Gamble. Dairy Milk chocolate by Nestle. नहीं, डेयरी मिल्क चॉकलेट नेस्ले नहीं बनाता. कैडबरी तो है, कुछ एम से नाम है उसी का. वो छोड़ो, जो भी है, इसने इधर किटकैट लिखना चाहते होंगे. एटलास साइकिल बाय एटलस साइकिल कंपनी, क्वालिटी आइसक्रीम बाय क्वालिटी वॉल्स, एलजी टेलीविजन बाय एलजी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड सो ऑन. दीज फर्म्स आर कॉल्ड मार्केटर्स. ठीक है, क्योंकि ये कोई प्रोडक्ट को बेच रहे हैं, तो जो प्रोडक्ट को बेचता है वो मार्केटर कहलाता है. ठीक है, जो बेचने में सबसे ज्यादा कंट्रीब्यूशन प्ले करता है वो मार्केटर कहलाता है. दीज फर्म्स आर कॉल्ड मार्केटर्स. ठीक है, these firms undertake various activities to stimulate the demand for their product and earn profit by satisfying customer needs and wants. People purchase product because these satisfy some of their needs. Number of activities are performed by marketer to facilitate goods and services between producer and the user of such product. These activities are referred to as marketing activity. Marketing activity मतलब जो कर रहे हैं जिससे कि प्रोडक्ट बिके, वो मार्केटिंग एक्टिविटी है, और जो वो कहलाएंगे ओवरऑल वो मार्केटर कहलाएंगे. फॉर अ प्रॉपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ मार्केटिंग, नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन नीड्स टू बी आंसर. These include: what do you mean by a market? What can be marketed? Is it a product or services or something more? Who is a marketer? What is the marketing management? These points have to be undertaken before discussion of this section. Business is not financial science. It's about trading, buying and selling. It's about creating a product or service so good that people will pay for it. ठीक है, कि मतलब अपने प्रोडक्ट को इतना अच्छा बनाओ कि लोग जो है उसके लिए पैसे दे. उसके बाद मार्केटिंग टेक्स अ डे टू लर्न. अनफॉर्चुनेटली इट टेक्स टाइम टू मास्टर. ठीक है, तो मार्केटिंग टेक्स अ डे टू लर्न. ठीक है, मतलब थ्योरेटिकली तो हर कोई पढ़ लेगा, लेकिन मास्टरी करनी है उसमें कि हाँ मेरा प्रोडक्ट चलेगा ही चलेगा, तो उसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसके लिए टाइम लगता है. फिलिप कोटलर जो है फादर है मार्केटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स के, जिन्होंने 4 P's दिए थे. ठीक है, फिलिप कोटलर. तो व्हाट इज अ मार्केट? इन ट्रेडिशनल सेंस द टर्म मार्केट रेफर्स टू अ प्लेस where buyer and seller gather to enter into a transaction involving the exchange of goods and services. तो ट्रेडिशनली बोले तो मार्केट का मतलब होता है जहां पर गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज जो है परचेज या सेल हो रही होती. So traditionally, the place where buyer and seller gather to enter into a transaction involving the exchange of goods and services. It is in this sense that the term is being used in our day-to-day language, even today. The other ways in which this term is being used in the context of a market, product market, cotton market, gold or share market, geographic market, national and international market, types of buyers, consumer market, industrial market, and quality of goods transacted, retail market and wholesale market. ठीक है, तो ये लिख सकते हो जरा. ये लिख लेना जो अंडरलाइन किया है. द अदर वेज इन विच दिस टर्म इज बीइंग यूज्ड इज इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मार्केट, कॉटन मार्केट, गोल्ड एंड शेयर मार्केट, international market, type of buyer, consumer market, industrial market, and quantity of goods transacted, retail market, and wholesale market. But in modern marketing sense, the term market has been broader meaning. It refers to a set of actual and potential buyer of the product or service. For example, when a fashion designer designs a new dress and offer it for exchange, all the people who are willing to buy and offer some value for it can be stated to be the market for that dress. Similarly, market for fans or bicycle of electric bulbs or shampoos refers to all the actual or potential buyer for these products. तो मॉडर्न मार्केटिंग का मतलब है कोई भी जना जो खरीदने लायक है और जो खरीद रहा है, दोनों को मिला दोगे तो आपका मार्केटिंग सेंस बन जाएगा। ये डन है ना? ओके, जो भी ऑनलाइन है उन्हें समझ आ गया, थम्स अप कर देना। अमन, दिव्यानी, ध्रुव, खुशी, समृद्धि। ओके ओके, यहाँ पर पोटेंशियल बायर और सेलर, पोटेंशियल बायर सेलर और जो एक्चुअली परचेज कर रहा है वो सब मिलते हैं, वो हो गया तुम्हारा। मतलब जगहों को हटा दिया है बाकी सारी चीजें से। What is marketing? The term marketing being described by different people in different ways. Some people believe that marketing is same as shopping. Whenever they go to for a shopping of a certain product or services, they describe it as marketing. There are some other people who are confused marketing with selling and feel that marketing activities start after a product or service has been produced. Some people describe it to mean of merchandising or designing product. All these description may be partially correct, but marketing is such a broader concept. What is discussed as follows. Traditionally, marketing has been described in terms of its function, activity. In this respect, marketing has been referred to as a performance of a business activity that direct the flow of goods and services from the producer to consumer. As we know, most of the manufacturing firms do not produce goods for their own consumption, but for the consumption or use of the other. ठीक है? तो जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग फर्म्स होती है वो गुड्स जो प्रोड्यूस कर रही होती है वो तो बेचने के लिए कर रही होती है। Therefore, to move the goods and services from the product to consumers, a number of activities such as product designing, merchandising, packaging, warehousing, transportation, branding, selling, advertising, pricing are required. All these activities are referred to as marketing activity. ठीक है? तो marketing activity में क्या क्या आता है? Designing और merchandising, packaging, warehousing, transportation, branding, selling, advertising, pricing are required. All these activities are referred to as marketing activity. हाँ, ट्रेडिशनल टर्म में तो यही था कि हाँ, और उसमें अलग अलग सेंस थे। किसी के लिए शॉपिंग था, किसी के लिए प्रोडक्ट के बनने के बाद बिकने वाली चीज। So thus merchandising, selling and distribution are all parts of a large number of activity undertaken by the firm, which are collectively called marketing. ठीक है? जब हम सारी चीजों को मिला देते हैं तो मार्केटिंग कहलाता है। जब हम सारी चीजों को मिला देते हैं तब वो मार्केटिंग कहलाता है। तो it may be noted that here that marketing is not merely a post-production activity. It includes many activities that are performed even before the goods are actually produced. तो मार्केटिंग तब से ही स्टार्ट हो जाता है जब से रिसर्च वर्क स्टार्ट होता है कि हम ऐसा कोई प्रोडक्ट लाने वाले हैं, तो उसके बनने से लेकर उसे बिकने तक और बिकने के बाद के फीडबैक तक सारी प्रोसीजर जो है मार्केटिंग है, एंड कंटिन्यूज इवन आफ्टर द गुड्स हैव बीन सोल्ड. So for example, activities such as identification of customer need, collection of information for developing a product, designing suitable product package, and giving it brand name are performed before commencement of actual production. Similarly, many follow-up activities are required for maintaining good customer relation for procuring repeat sale. In modern times, emphasis is placed on describing marketing as a social process. It is the process whereby people exchange goods and services for money or something value to them. Taking the social perspective, Philip Kotler has defined marketing as a social process by which individual group obtain what they need and want through a certain offering and freely exchange products and services value with others. Thus, marketing is a social process where people interact with others in order to pursue them to act in a particular way, say to purchase a product or service, rather than forcing them to do so. A careful analysis definition shows the following important features of marketing. सबसे पहला आता है needs and wants. Needs and wants का मतलब क्या है? Needs and wants का मतलब है कि सबसे पहले हम ये देखेंगे कि सोसाइटी की दिक्कतें क्या है, सोसाइटी को क्या चाहिए, ठीक है, और क्या चाहिए उस हिसाब से हम चीजों को फिर एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे. So the process of marketing helps individual and groups in obtaining what they need and want. Thus, the primary reason or motivation for people to engage in the process of marketing is to satisfy some of their needs or wants. In other words, the focus of the marketing process is on the satisfaction of the needs and wants of the individual and organization. A need is a state of felt deprivation or feeling of being deprived of something. कि उसके पास वो नहीं है और उसे वो चाहिए. If unsatisfied, it leaves a person unhappy and uncomfortable. For example, or getting hungry, we become uncomfortable and start looking objects that are capable of satisfying our hunger. So needs are the basic to human beings and do not pertain to a particular product. Wants, on the other hand, are culturally defined objects that are potential satisfier of the needs. In other words, human needs shaped by factors as culture, personality, religion are called wants. So in other words, human needs shaped by such factors as culture, personality, and religion are called wants. A basic need for food, for example, may take various forms such as dosa and rice for South Indians and chapati and vegetable for North Indian person. ठीक है, तो कल्चर भी मैटर कर देता है वांट को लेते हुए. मतलब नीड तो हर किसी की है, वांट मतलब अब वांट जो है वो डिफरेंशिएट कर जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू द कल्चर, रिलीजन, पर्सनालिटी, इस टाइप से. तो a marketer's job in an organization to identify the needs of the target customer and develop product and services that satisfy such needs. तो पहला क्या है, नीड्स एंड वांट्स. दूसरा क्या है, क्रिएटिंग अ मार्केट ऑफरिंग. अब मुझे पता चल गया कि क्या चाहिए और उसके बाद क्या करूंगा मैं, क्या चाहिए उसके बाद मैं उस प्रोडक्ट को ऑफर करने की कोशिश करूंगा. On the part of the marketer, the effort involves creation of market offering. Market offering refers to a complete offer for a product or service, having given features like size, quality, taste, etc. at a certain price, available at a given outlet or location, and so on. Let us say that the offer is for cell phone, available in 4 different versions on the basis of certain features such as size of memory, television viewing, internet, camera, etc. for given price, say between 5,000 and 20,000. Depending on the model selected, available for sale at the say firm's exclusive shop in and around all metropolitan cities in the country, a marketer offer is the one which is developed after analyzing the needs and preferences of the potential buyer. तो क्रिएटिव मार्केट ऑफरिंग में क्या है कि वो प्रोडक्ट को ऑफर कर रहा होता है. एक बार और देख लेते हैं. On part of the marketer, the effort involves creation of market offering. Market offering refers to complete offer for a product or service having given feature like size, quality, taste, etc. at a certain price, available at a given outlet or location, and so on. जैसे Apple का iPhone 15 आया, उसने ये बताया कि ये फीचर्स हैं और ये वाला इतने का है, ये वाला इतने का है. Let us say the offer is for cell phone available in 4 different versions on the basis of certain features such as size of memory, television viewing, internet, camera, etc. for a given price, say 5,000 and 20,000 depending on the model selected, available for sale at a firm's exclusive shop in and around all metropolitan city. A good market offer is the one which is developed after analyzing the needs and preferences of the potential buyer. ठीक है, कि उस एरिया में क्या चाहिए लोगों को और कितना देने को रेडी है. कस्टमर वैल्यू. The process of marketing facilitates exchange of product and services between the buyer and the seller. The buyer, however, make buying decision on their perception of the value of the product or services and satisfying their need. अगर उसे वैल्यू ज्यादा दिख रही होगी तो तो फिर अगर हाई प्राइस का भी होगा तब भी वो पैसे दे देगा. और अगर उसे दिख रहा होगा कि इससे मेरा तो कुछ काम नहीं होना, तो फिर क्या होगा, वो कम ही देगा. जैसे कि मान लो अगर कोई 80 मतलब कि मान लेते कोई लाला है और वो पूरे दिन दुकान में ही रहता है, तो उसको आईफोन की ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं हो. ठीक है, तो आईफोन नहीं लेगा क्योंकि उसके लिए उसकी वैल्यू क्रिएट नहीं हो रही, क्योंकि उतना ज्यादा चलाएगा भी. लेकिन अगर दूसरा मान लो कि कोई यंगस्टर है, ठीक है, या फिर कोई आईटी सेक्टर का बंदा है या कोई बिजनेसमैन है, तो फिर वो क्या चाहेगा कि आईफोन ले लेता हो. ठीक है, इन रिलेशन टू इट्स कॉस्ट, तो अ प्रोडक्ट विल बी परचेज ओनली इफ इट परसीव टू बी गिविंग greatest benefit or value for the money. वही consumer experience वाली बात आ गई. So the job of a marketer therefore is to add to the value of the product so that the customer prefer it in relation to the competing product and decide to purchase it. ठीक है, सबसे पहला क्या था, needs and wants. दूसरा क्या था, creating market offering. तीसरा क्या था, ये सारे आपके फीचर्स हैं, इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर. कस्टमर वैल्यू. अब आता है एक्सचेंज मैकेनिज्म. तो द प्रोसेस ऑफ मार्केटिंग वर्क्स थ्रू द एक्सचेंज मैकेनिज्म. अब पैसा मिल जाएगा तो द इंडिविजुअल बायर एंड सेलर ऑब्टेन what they need and want through the process of exchange. In other words, the process of marketing involve exchange of product and services for money or something considered value by the people. So exchange refers to the process through which two or more parties come together to obtain the desired product or services from someone, offering same by giving something in return. For example, a person feeling hungry may get food by offering to give money or some other product or services in return to someone who is willing to accept the same for food. So in modern world, goods are produced at different places and are distributed over a wide geographical area through various middlemen, involving exchange at different level of distribution. Exchange is therefore referred to as the essence of marketing. For any exchange to take place, it is important what are the following conditions are satisfied. Involvement of at least two parties, buyer and seller, तभी exchange हो पाएगा. Each party should be capable of offering something value to the other. For example, the seller offer a product and the buyer money. बालकनी में बालकनी. अच्छा, उधर इधर ही बुला दे. Each party should have the ability to communicate and deliver the product or service. No exchange can take place if the buyer and seller are not able to communicate with each other or if they cannot deliver something value to the other. Okay. ये assertion and reason में आ सकता है, एक बार देख लेना है. अच्छा तुम कॉल कर रहे थे। ओके। Each party should have the freedom to accept and reject others party's offer. The party should be willing to enter into transaction with each other. Thus, the acceptance or rejections of the offer take place on the voluntary basis rather than on the basis of any compulsion. So the points listed above are the necessary condition of the exchange to take place. Whether the exchange actually takes place or not depends upon the suitability of the act of exchange to both the party, whether it makes the parties better off or at least not worse off. Another important points to be noted is that marketing is not merely a business phenomena or confined only to business organization. Marketing activities are equally relevant to non-marketed non-profit organizations such as hospitals, schools, sports clubs, and social religious organizations. It helps these organizations in achieving their goals, such as spreading the messages of family planning, improving the literacy standard of people, and providing medications to the sick. So involvement of at least two party, which is buyer and seller, each party be capable of offering something value to the other. Each party should have the ability to communicate and deliver the product or services. उसके बाद each party should have the freedom to accept or reject others party offer. The party should be willing to enter into a transaction with other. Thus, the accept and rejection of other offers of rejection of the offer takes place on voluntary basis rather than on the basis of any compulsion. What can be marketed? Physical products, services, ideas, persons, place, experience, properties, events, information, organization. ठीक है, एक बार इनके नाम देख लो कहीं मैचिंग में आ जाए कि फिजिकल मार्केट के मतलब नाम दे दिए प्रोडक्ट के, आप मैच करो कि कौन कौन सी मार्केटेड है। Done now? What can be marketed? The question commonly coming to the mind is what can be marketed? Is it the product or service or something else? Let us first understand what is a product. A product is a bundle of utility or source of satisfaction. Bundle of utility या source of satisfaction bundle हमने पढ़ा है, ठीक है, जो ब्रैकेट बनाकर जो बिल्डअप हो रहा था, ठीक है. That can be used to satisfy human needs and wants. It is not confined to physical objects such as motorcycle, biscuit, bulb, and pencil, but also refers to other things, values such as services, ideas, places. मतलब जिसको भी तुम प्राइस का टैग दे सकते हो, उसको हम मार्केट कर सकते हैं. जिसको भी हम प्राइस का टैग दे सकते हैं, उसको हम मार्केट कर सकते हैं. That can be offered to the potential buyer for their use. In marketing literature, anything that can be value to the buyer can be termed as a product. It can be tangible, that which can be felt, seen and touched physically, such as pencil, a cycle, or an intangible such as services rendered by a doctor, hairdresser, or a lawyer. Apart from the product, what can be marketing is a services or person, say political party pursuing to vote for a particular candidate, or idea say Red Cross pursuing to donate blood, or a place Kerala tourism pursuing people to visit Kerala for health tourism. Thus, anything that is of the value to the other can be marketed. It can be a product or a services or a person or a place or an idea or event or often or an organization or experiences or property. C box. Who is a marketer? ठीक है, marketer कौन है? Marketer refers to any person who takes more active part in the process of exchange. ठीक है, जो सबसे ज्यादा रोल प्ले कर रहा है किसी भी चीज को बिकवाने का, वो मार्केटर कहलाएगा. Normally, it is the seller who is more active in exchange process as she analyzes the needs of the potential buyer, develops market offering, and persuade the buyer to buy the product. However, there may be certain situations where the buyer may be taking more active role in exchange process. Let us say in a situation of rare supply, the buyer may be taking extra efforts in persuading the seller to sell the product to him or her. This may be happening in defense deals, or take a situation where country having installed a nuclear plant needs the supply nuclear fuel or heavy water. It may need to convince the supplier of the product to supply the same it by promising that it will be used for peaceful purpose only. In this case, the buyer will be treated as the marketer. Thus, anybody who takes more active role in the exchange process will be taken as marketer. जो सबसे ज्यादा रोल प्ले कर रहा है चीजों को बिकवाने में उसे हम मार्केटर कहेंगे। ठीक है। Marketing management. Marketing management means management of the marketing function. In other words, marketing management refers to planning, organizing, directing, and control of the activity which facilitate exchange of goods and services between the producer and the consumer or user of the product and services. Thus, the focus of marketing management is on achieving desired exchange outcome which the target market with the target market. Taking a management perspective, the term marketing has been defined as the process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchange that satisfy individual and organizational goals. By American Management Association, similarly, Philip Kotler has defined marketing management as the art and science of choosing target market and getting, keeping, and growing customer through creating, delivering, and communicating superior customer value of management. So a careful analysis of definition reveals that the process of management of marketing involves choosing a target market, say a manufacturer may choose to make ready-made garments for children up to the age of 5 years. In respect of the target market chosen, the focus of the process management is getting, keeping on growing the customers. That means marketer has to create demand for his product so that the target customer purchase the product, keep them satisfied with the firm's product, and also attract more customer to the firm's product so that they can grow. मतलब कोई भी मार्केटर क्या करता है, एक स्पेसिफिक प्रोडक्ट में अपने आप को ग्रो करने की कोशिश करता है, ठीक है, और टाइम टू टाइम और उसमें एड ऑन वैल्यू डालता रहता है जिससे कि उसका प्रोडक्ट बिके. So the mechanism for achieving the objective is through creating, developing, and communicating superior value for the customer. That means the primary job of the marketing manager is to create superior value so that the customer are attracted to the product and services and communicate these value to the prospective buyer and persuade them to buy these products. So marketing management involves performance of various functions such as analyzing and planning the marketing activity, implementing marketing plan, and setting up mechanism. These functions are to be performed in such a way that the organization objective are achieved at the minimum cost. So marketing management generally is related to creation of demand. However, in creation of certain situation, manager has to restrict the demand. If there is a situation of overfull demand, that is demand for being more than what the company can want to handle, like what the situation in our country was before the adoption of policy of liberalization and globalization. In early 19, most consumer product, be it automobile or electronic goods or other durable product, the job of marketing manager in these situations would be to find a ways to reduce the demand temporarily by, say, reducing the expenditure on promotion or increasing the prices. Similarly, if the demand is irregular, such as the case of seasonal products, say fans, woolen clothes, the marketer's job is to change the time pattern of demand through such method as providing incentive to the buyer. Thus, the marketing management is not only concerned with creating demand, but with managing the demand effectively as per the situation of the market. ओके, एक बार इतना देखते हैं. डंडन इतना आ गया, हम सब कर देना ध्रुव समृद्धि। मार्केटिंग एंड सेलिंग, एक बार देख लेते हैं कहाँ तक है ये। बहुत ज्यादा। यहाँ तक पढ़ लेंगे। तो कुछ ज्यादा ही बड़ा है। खत्म है ये। ओके, मार्केटिंग एंड सेलिंग। Many people confuse the selling for marketing. They consider these two terms are one and the same. Marketing refers to a large set of activity of which selling is just one part. For example, a marketer of television before making the sale does a lot of other activities such as planning the type and the model of television to be produced, the price at which it would be sold, and selecting the distribution outlet at which same would be available. So in short, marketing involves whole range of activity relating to planning, pricing, promoting, and distributing the product that satisfy customer need. So the function of selling, on the other hand, is restricted to promotion of the goods and services through salesmen, advertising, publicly and short term. तो selling का मतलब होता है बस promote कर कर बेचना, marketing का मतलब होता है research work से लेकर उसे बेचने तक से लेकर उसके बाद का feedback of the product is transferred from seller to buyer, or in other words, product is converted into cash. So the major difference between selling and marketing are listed below. Part of the process versus wider term. Selling is only a part of the process of marketing and is concerned with promoting and transferring possession and ownership of goods from seller to the buyer. Marketing is much wider term consisting of number of activity such as identification of customer need, developing the product to satisfy these needs, fixing prices and persuading the potential buyer to buy the same. Thus, selling is merely a part of marketing. ठीक है, तो सेलिंग जो है वो पार्ट है मार्केटिंग का और मार्केटिंग जो है एक वाइडर कॉन्सेप्ट है. Transfer of title or versus satisfying customer need. So the main focus of selling is affecting the transfer of title and possession of goods from seller to consumer or user. In contrast, marketing activity put greater thrust on achieving maximum satisfaction of customer needs and wants. Profit through maximizing sales versus customer satisfaction. तो यहाँ पर अगर देखो तो यहाँ पर पोजेशन को बस ट्रांसफर करना सेलिंग का पार्ट रहता है, बाकी सेटिस्फाइंग कस्टमर नीड मार्केटिंग का पार्ट रहता है. So all selling activity are directed at maximizing sales and thereby the profit of the firm. In other words, the emphasis is profit maximization through maximization of sales. Marketing, on the other hand, is concerned with customer satisfaction and thereby increasing profit in the long run. So a marketing organization thus attaches highest importance to the customer satisfaction as the root of profit maximization. Starts and ends of the activity. तो selling जो है वो start होता है product को बेचने मतलब बेचवाने तक end हो जाता है और product बनने के बाद उसे बेचने तक का, ठीक है। और जो आपका marketing होता है वो सारी चीजें लेता है. Selling activities start after the product has been developed, while marketing activities start much before the product is produced and continue even after the product has been sold. Difference in the emphasis. In selling, the emphasis is on bending the customer according to the product, while in marketing, the attempt is to develop the product and other strategy as per the customer need. ठीक है, तो marketing as per the customer need देखता है और selling क्या करता है? Selling बस ये करता है कि product जो है बिक जाए. Emphasize is on bending the customer according to the product. Difference in the strategy. Selling involves efforts like promotion, persuasion, while marketing uses integrated marketing efforts involving strategy in respect of product, promotion, pricing, and physical distribution. समझ गए? और इसका डिफरेंस गिवन था ना भी एक बॉक्स में. नहीं ये तो मार्केटिंग फिलोसफीज तो है, प्रोडक्शन कॉन्सेप्ट हाँ वो एक्स्ट्रा था. In order to achieve a desired exchange outcome. In order to achieve desired exchange outcomes with target markets, it is important to decide what philosophy or thinking should be guide the marketing efforts of an organization. An understanding of the philosophy or the concepts to be adopted is important as it determines the emphasis or the weightage to be put on different factors in achieving the organizational objective. For example, whether the marketing efforts of an organization will focus on the product, say designing its features, etc., or selling technique, or customer needs, or social concern. The concept of philosophy of marketing has evolved over a time and it's discussed as below. प्रोडक्शन कॉन्सेप्ट में हम ये सोचते हैं कि जितना ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर ले उतना अच्छा है, जितना ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करेंगे पर यूनिट कॉस्ट कम आएगा और पर यूनिट कॉस्ट कम आएगा तो अफोर्डेबल बन जाएगा और अफोर्डेबल बन जाएगा तो ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग उसे परचेज करेंगे. तो ड्यूरिंग द अर्लियर डेज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन the demand for industrial goods started picking up, but the number of products were limited. As a result, the demand exceeded the supply. Selling was no problem. Anybody who could produce the goods was able to sell. The focus of the business activity was therefore on production of goods. It was believed that profit could be maximized by producing at a large scale, thereby reducing the average cost of production. Per unit cost kam aa jata hai. It was assumed that the consumer would favor those products which were widely available at affordable prices. Thus, availability and affordability of the product were considered to be the key to the success of firm. Therefore, greater emphasis were placed on improving the production and distribution efficiency of the firm. समझ गए प्रोडक्शन कॉन्सेप्ट. ठीक है कि ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करना है, अफोर्डेबल रहना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो ड्यूरिंग द अर्लियर डेज ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन द डिमांड फॉर इंडस्ट्रियल गुड्स स्टार्टेड पिकिंग अप, but the number of producers were limited. As a result, the demand exceeded the supply. ठीक है, डिमांड ज्यादा आती थी, सप्लाई कम आती थी, तो सेलिंग वाज नो प्रॉब्लम क्योंकि कम ही प्रोड्यूसर्स थे. ठीक है, तो उनकी फिलॉसफी ये बन गई जितना ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करूंगा और कम यूनिट पे प्रोड्यूस करूंगा, मतलब प्राइस कम पे प्रोड्यूस करूंगा तो उतना ज्यादा अच्छा और बिकना तो है. प्रोडक्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. As a result of emphasis on production capacity during the earlier days, the position of supply increased over a time. ठीक है, सप्लाई इंक्रीज हो गया ओवर अ टाइम, अब बहुत ज्यादा प्रोड्यूसर्स आ गए. ठीक है, तो mere availability and low price of the product could not ensure increased sale and as a such survival and growth of the firm. Thus, with the increase in the supply of the product, customers started looking for products which were superior in quality, performance, and feature. Therefore, the emphasis of the firm shifted from quantity of production to a quality of product. The focus of business activity changed to bringing continuous improvement in the quality, incorporating new features, etc. Thus, product improvement become the key to profit maximization of the firm under the concept of product orientation. समझ गए? उसके बाद आता है selling concept. With the passage of time, the marketing environment underwent future changes. The increase in the scale of business further improved the position with respect to supply of goods, resulting in increased competition among sellers. So the product quality and availability did not ensure survival and growth of the firm because of large number of sellers selling quality product. This led to greater importance to attracting and persuading the customer to buy the product. So the business philosophy changed. It was assumed that the customer would not buy or not only buy enough unless they are adequately convinced and motivated to do so. Therefore, the firms must undertake aggressive selling and promotional effort to make the customer buy their product. The use of promotional techniques such as advertising, personal selling, and sales promotion were considered as essential for selling product. Thus, the focus of business firms shifted to pushing the sale product through aggressive selling technique with a view of persuade the lure or coax of the buyers to buy the product. Making sales through means become important. It is assumed that the buyer can manipulate it, but what was forgotten was the long run. What matters most is the customer satisfaction rather than anything else. पहले क्या है, ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करना है, क्योंकि जो प्रोड्यूसर्स थे वो कम थे, फिर प्रोड्यूसर्स बढ़ गए, धीरे धीरे प्रोड्यूसर्स बढ़ गए, तो अब क्या हो गया कि क्वालिटी देनी है, फिर क्वालिटी देने के बाद क्या हो गया कि भाई क्वालिटी तो दे रहा है और हर जना क्वालिटी दे रहा है, अब बिकवाने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. फिर आया मार्केटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट. अब ये कस्टमाइज प्रोडक्ट बनाने लगा. मार्केटिंग ओरिएंटेशन implies that focus on satisfaction of customer need is the key to success of any organization in the market. It assumes that in the long run, an organization can achieve its objective of maximizing profit by identifying the needs of the present and the prospective buyer and satisfying them in an effective way. All the decisions in the firm are taken from the point of view of the customer. In other words, customer satisfaction becomes the focus point of all decision making in the organization. For example, what the product will be produced, with what features, at what price shall be sold, or where shall it made available for sale will depend upon to do customer want. If the customer want features like doorbell, double door in the refrigerator, or separate provision for water cooler, organization would produce refrigerator with these features, would price at a level which the customer are willing to pay and do so on. Marketing decisions are taken with perspective. Selling with not only problem, it will automatically follow the basic role of then is to identify and need to fill it. The concept implies that product aids services, but not more merely the because of their quality, packaging, and brand name, but because they satisfy a specific need of the customer. A prerequisite for the success of an organization, therefore, is to understand the response of customer needs. To sum up, the marketing concept is based on the following pillars. Identification of market or customer who are chosen as the target of marketing effort, understanding the needs and wants of the customer in the target market, development of product or services satisfying the needs of the target market, satisfying the needs of the target market better than the competitor, doing all that in profit. ठीक है, एक बार ये देख लो जरा, identification of the market or customer who are chosen as the target of marketing effort, understanding the needs and wants of the customer in the target market, development of the product or services for satisfying the needs of the target market, satisfying the needs of the target market better than their competitor, doing all this. Thus, the focus of the marketing concept is on customer need, and customer satisfaction becomes means of achieving firm's objective of maximizing profit. The purpose of marketing is to generate customer value at a profit. एक बार इतना देख लो जरा. पानी पी रहे थे okay. Societal marketing concept. So the marketing concept as described in the process of section cannot be considered as adequate if we look at the changing possess by social problem like environmental pollution, deforestation, shortage of resources, population explosion, inflation. It is so because any activities which satisfy human needs but is detrimental the interest of the society at large cannot be justified. So the business orientation should therefore be short to serve only the customer need. It should also consider a large issue of the long-term social welfare as illustrated above. तो नेक्स्ट जो हो गया वो ये हो गया कि कस्टमर की तो नीड्स को सेटिस्फाई करना है, लेकिन ये भी सोचना है कि एनवायरनमेंट पे कोई हार्म ना है. एक मिनट कितना हो सकता है. So the societal marketing concept holds that the task of any organization is to identify the needs and wants of the target market and deliver the desired satisfaction in an effective and efficient manner so that the long-term well-being of the customer and the society is taken care of. Thus, the societal marketing concept is the extension of marketing concept as supplemented by the concern for long-term welfare of the society. Apart from the customer satisfaction, it pay attention to the social, ethical, ecological aspect of marketing. There are large number of such issues need to be attended. ध्रुव समृद्धि आ गया?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ तक पढ़ दे क्या मार्केटिंग में? चलो और नेक्स्ट क्लास में कर लेंगे, ठीक है? हाँ तुम वो वाला डाउट पूछ लो जरा.
Thank you, sir.